Hey everybody, welcome back to the craft room. My name is Anna and this is Tales from the Craft Room. I'm so glad that you could stop by. Today I'm going to share with you a couple of hats. I know I haven't shared this one. I don't think I've shared the other one. They were some things that were sitting here on my table in my craft room. I did a little organizing because it was a piled mess of miscellaneous random yarn bits and books and just about everything that you can imagine that would be in the craft room. So anyway, this is one of the reworked mom hats. I have another one somewhere. Here it is, that I'm working on. These two colors were together in a hat. I did have some left over of both of these, and I just went ahead and crocheted them up together. I think it looks really good. I do have another one that I frogged as well. I'm struggling with this one because I don't like the colors, but this is what I have so far. This is a dark green and a same as this one, but she put green with it. Like I said, this is what I have so far. I am kind of struggling with it, but I think it'll turn out quite nice. I should have enough yarn to finish it, but if not, I have this green here that I will put with it if I need to. So this is going to go back over here on the whip board because it is still a whip. It is not finished. I think part of the issue with this is this yarn right here, not the purple, but the other color, is a thicker yarn. I think it's like a 5-weight yarn, probably similar to this Loops and Threads Carousel Twist, which does say it is a bulky 5-weight yarn. But I think, like I said, I think that's the issue. They're feeling really thick and not light and fluffy like I like them to be. So this one is done except for the end tail, but most of the ones in the bucket probably have that anyway. Just saying, because that's the way I roll. Here is the inside of the hat. I like to see the insides of people's projects, so when I remember, I show the inside of mine. As you can see, I just carried the yarn as I went. I didn't cut it and tie it off. Didn't make much sense. But yeah, this hat is finished except for the tail. It'll get there. So I will add this. My tote is actually crammed as full as it can be. The lid doesn't fit down properly, so I have been using another bucket to put the big hats in anyway. This hat was knitted with, it was one of these same ones, but a different color. Obviously, it was the brown color. I do still have a little bit of this left. I may or may not have enough to make another hat, but this is a bulky weight yarn, and I followed the Ross pattern for the bulky weight, and I did, instead of knitting it in the round, I knitted this one flat because I do not have DPNs this size. I think he uses like a size 10 or 10.5, something like that is what he suggests. I think when I make, well, I have started another one with this yarn, and I did step down one hook size. I haven't gotten very far, just like one row. Okay, 3 rows. But I stepped down to a 10.5. I think the other one's used an 11. So I stepped down just a little bit. And this is the same thing. I did kind of mess up on the ribbing, but that's okay. It'll be fine. It's just ribbing. But this one is just currently sitting in here in the craft room on the table. But anyway, back to this one. I did knit this flat. I knitted it exactly as his pattern stated. So yeah, it is nice and fluffy. It is definitely a large adult size. It fits hubby quite well, I should say. So this one won't necessarily go in the preschool donations, but maybe another donation somewhere else. But I do want to show, like I said, I knitted it flat. And this is the side where my seam is. My seam is actually right here. Right here is my seam. I think I did a really good job with that because honestly, it really doesn't show that much. So here's the inside of the hat. I do still have tails from when I seamed it up and closed the top. But here is the inside of this hat where I seamed it up. I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks real good. And I had to seam here because I left a lengthy tail on the bottom when I started so that I could seam it up, and then I gathered the top here. I gathered the top here, and then I tied the bottom and the top together. So, that's just but it looks fine. I thought that was a goof right there. But no, I'm actually happy with the way this turned out. That's why I started a second one. I'm hoping the second one turns out to be a little bit smaller, but if it doesn't, then I guess I have another large adult size hat that I can donate to someplace where there would be, you know, maybe men that would want a hat, a nice warm hat. This is super thick and toasty. So there's one other thing that I want to show you. This is not something that I made. This is something that was gifted to me. I think it's absolutely amazing. It actually, my daughter-in-law's sister gave it to me. And I think she said she didn't make this. It was just something that she happened to come across or was in some stuff that she got. I can't remember, but she didn't actually do this. But I absolutely love saguaro cactuses. I think I'm saying that right. Anyway, the big cool ones with arms. Sorry for my light ring. The big cool ones with arms. I absolutely love those. And I actually got a chance several years back to see one in person. Well, I've seen several in person, but actually get up close to one when we went to Arizona. I'm so super stoked. That is like, it was a highlight of my day when I found that cactus that I could actually get up to. And this cactus was taller than a 2-story motel. And this was not no small 2-story motel. It was a rather large 2-story motel. The rooms were big. Someday, we're going back to Arizona so I can see more cactuses. But anyway, she found this in something that she had. Like I said, she said she didn't cross-stitch it. But she asked me if I'd like to have it, and I said, sure, I'd love to have it because I like the cactuses. She forgot about it, I forgot about it, and then she came in and surprised me, several weeks back when she came down to visit. So yeah, I love this. I had it hanging up here in my craft room. I've taken it down so I could show it to you guys. But I had it hanging up just right in front of me on my little strand of kitty cat lights. So yeah, I really like this. So yeah, I'm going to put it back up so I can enjoy it. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for stopping by and seeing a few hats. I do have a few more that are finished. They are preemie hats, but I forgot to bring them home. So I will have to show those to you another time. But thank you for stopping by and seeing the hats that I do have finished. And I will see you guys in my next video.